Okay, so this is one option for how to turn around a situation in which you're taking heavy incoming fire, so to speak, a barrage of punches, and you found yourself covering up and you're taking overwhelming strikes. So it's very difficult for you to just fight your way out of it. So there's going to have to be something that's going to break the momentum of his attack. Okay, so two ways we might end up in this situation. One is that in the middle of a fight, for whatever reason we're having this fight, I'm having to defend myself, he lands a fairly decent shot on me and it reels me back and I find myself psychologically on the back foot. So that means I'm taking cover now and I've become more concerned with defending myself, covering up against his strikes, than I am with regards to delivering offensive pressure to him. Yeah? One other way this might come about is simply by ambush. So that means I was completely unaware of a threat, I was minding my own business, walking along, standing there, whatever the case may be, and then the first indicator I have I'm being attacked is bang, yeah? And now I'm being hit, and I'm being hit again and again and again. So it looks something like this. I'm covering. Obviously he's just throwing sort of pretend punches for now, but if you can imagine massive incoming shots here, and I don't want to break cover at all because I just know I'm going to eat one of those the moment I break cover. So one option I have here, providing that I've got enough presence of mind and enough emotional stability, for want of a better word, to take some sort of action, what I'm going to do is, while I'm maintaining cover with one hand, I'm going to reach out with my lead hand in this case and get that in his face. And that's the first move I'm going to make. The advantage of having, advantage is not the best word, but when you have someone taller than you who's delivering these strikes, there's a good chance that when you shoot that hand out towards their face, you're coming from an underneath type position. Likewise, if we were the same height and I was ducking low, it's more preferable for me to come from below for this, so I can get his head reaching back like that. And the reason for this is because once I've shot this arm out, the next thing I'm going to do, all in one fluid motion in fact, is I'm going to apply lots of forward pressure to him, driving him back. And if his head is tilted back like that, what's going to happen from his end is he's going to become more concerned with maintaining balance than he is with carrying on his attack against me. Okay? So once again, for whatever reason I found myself here, taking all sorts of shots. I've got to do something. I can't just stay here all day. Eventually I'm going to get taken out here. I shoot this hand out and I keep going. Yeah? Now, obviously, I'm not just going to do that all day. I'm not just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and he's unlikely to just walk backwards. Chances are he's going to still be making some sort of attempt to try and reach me, to try and get me with his hands. So the way I'm going to get his mind off of doing that is by applying more pressure forward and making sure my action is very violent, okay? It's not just me pushing him back and walking like this. I've got to fucking rip his head back to make him more concerned about maintaining his own balance. Now, the final part to this, of course, is that while I'm driving him back like that, I'm not just pushing, this hand's going to be doing something as well, i.e. hitting him in the fucking head. So as I keep pushing him back, this hand is going to be giving him some of those in order to diminish his consciousness and hopefully render him unconscious completely. So altogether, it looks something like this. We'll go at sort of half speed, bang, 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 bang. I shoot that hand out, drive him back and strike as I go. And I'm going to keep going like that for as long as I can. So obviously the real version of that would be a lot messier because he would still be throwing shots my way. He might just come off to the side and I have to find his face again and carry on. But that's how I'm going to turn that situation around, from being on the back foot, being defensive, taking lots of shots. The wall's a good thing here because, you know, obviously I would just want to move back if someone was throwing lots of shots at me. Maybe I can't move back quick enough, or maybe I'm jammed up against the wall like I were before, at which point I've got to do something to I've got to find a way to fire from cover, so to speak, if you use a firearms analogy. I can't just break cover, so I'm going to get shot in the face at this point. So I've got to return fire from cover, break cover, and deliver my full auto shot to his head. So that's turning around the situation in which you're taking a barrage of punches.